Alright, I made a mistake, and actually I want to select the left toe IK, and I just want to flip that around so it's actually going from the toe to the ball. Okay, and then we'll name this left toe IK. So left leg is actually top to ankle, ankle to ball, and then toe to ball. Okay, so left leg IK, left ball IK, and left toe IK. Alright, so we can hit Control 1, and for the other one we'll just scroll up, and so now we'll go to the left or right leg IK, select all of those and hit Control 1, isolate, and then we will go to our IK tool and go leg to ankle, and then hit G to repeat our last tool, and then go ankle to ball, and then G, toe to ball. Okay, and these ones we just want to rename, so right leg IK, and then right ball IK, and right toe IK, and Control 1. Alright, so have our FK, IK built in. One thing I want to do with the fingers is actually set up my hand controls right now. So with these ones, I will select the left thumb, the pointer, left middle, left pinky, and so actually I want to grab the most top nodes. So left pointer, left thumb, left middle, and left pinky, and then from here I will actually group these. So Control G, and this group I will actually name left hand, left fingers. Let's name that group left fingers group. So underscore GRP, and then for our other one we want to name, so we want to grab our middle, pointer, thumb, and also our pinky for the right hand side, and we're going to do the same. So Control G, and we'll name this right fingers underscore group. Okay, so what we'll do here is we want to actually have these follow our hand joint. Okay, so with that, the way that we get to that, actually I just want to actually make sure, yes, these are all zeroed out. Just want to make sure that they're all zeroed out, which is what I'm looking for. Okay. Alright, so with that, what we want to do, so when we select the left hand, we're actually getting just the left hand joint, which is what we want. We don't want the left hand IK joint, and we also do not want the left hand FK. So just the left hand joint. Okay, so with that, we'll actually so order of operation is very important when you're constraining, and you usually want to select the object that you're constraining first to the object. Okay. Okay, so order of operation, we're going to be constraining to this joint. So we want to actually select this one first, and then what we are constraining to this, that's the next one we want to select. So we're going to select the left fingers group, and then we will go to constrain parent option box, just to make sure we have maintain offset is checked, and our translate and rotate is checked, and we can just leave everything else to be how you see here. And then if we add, okay, so now when we select this hand, this joint right here, we can actually, once we rotate this hand, those controls will follow. Okay, so that's a good thing. And so we want to do that to our other fingers as well. So with this group, so we want to select the right hand and just make sure that we don't have IK or FK on the end of the joint name, and then select the right fingers group. And then if we hit G, that will do the last operation, which is we did constrain parent. And so just to test that, to make sure that that's how we have it. All right, looks right. All right, so we have that taken care of. Next thing we want to do is actually parent our controllers to our actual objects. Okay, so the way that I go about doing this is actually, so I like to actually parent to the top node, the zeroed out node, above the object. Okay, so with the FK, we want to, actually with the FK, I want to, so select all the left leg FK, and then I also want to select just the circle objects. Okay, so with these, just the FK controllers, and then I'll hit Control 1. And so now, when I actually select these objects, okay, so I go from here, and I select the leg first and then the top, and go to constrain parent. Actually, that's not, scratch that. Actually, I want this, and I'm going to the actual, I'm constraining this guy to the joint. So this order of operation, again, we want to drive the joint with this one. So we select this one first, then the joint, and then hit G, and that will parent that joint. Okay, so then same, just do this down the chain. So we're selecting the object, G, G. Okay, so now when we select that joint, or the control object, not the joint, control object. So now when we select these control objects and we rotate, we get that nice rotation. I'll go on the right way, and then Control Z to undo, and then I'll go to Control 1 to come back. And so this one I want to also do the same, so I'm going to grab right leg FK joints, and then also select the FK controllers and Control 1. And so here I'll select the control object, then the joint, hit G, control object, the joint, hit G, control object, joint, G, control object, joint, G, control object, joint, G. Okay, and then we can just test that. Looks like it's all working properly. Alright, and then Control 1, come back. And so from here, you can see our FK is getting driven by the FK controllers. Okay. And here, so we want to do the arms next. So with the FK, we want to go to the leg, or to the arms, I'm sorry. So the left arm, we want to go to left arm FKs. and then select so I'm hitting Q just so I can go to my selection tool, and then I'll grab these circle, the FK objects, and hit Control 1, and then here I'll select the control object, the joint, and then hit G for parent, control object, joint, G, control object, joint, G. Alright, so now over here should look like these rotations, and if we hit Control 1 to come back, we'll see that those rotations look right. Alright, so for here we'll actually go to our right arm FK, and then select the circles, Control 1, so control the right arm control to the right arm FK joint and hit G, and the elbow, G, the hand, G. Okay. The reason why I isolate is just because I know that that joint is actually the only one I'm selecting at the moment. So if you do any selections in here, you can see that you're only selecting FK joints. Okay. So these FK objects as well. So I'm only working on this very little section at a time. It makes it a little bit easier to control what you're actually selecting, and you know exactly what you're doing here. Okay, so